Good evening, folks. Odd here with your Outer World News. Current time is 9:03 p.m. May 8th, 2013. Alright, here we go, folks. Sorry about the late upload. At least 33 killed, 14 injured after bus falls into river in India. This is breaking news. Go ahead and open up that link for you guys for later. Also, severe thunderstorm warnings issued for several Oklahoma counties. Also over here, you know, in Maryland, D.C. area, there's also been severe thunderstorms. For some reason, they're not showing up on any of the other websites about what's going on here. You know, it says, oh, severe thunderstorm warning, but then it doesn't show boxes anywhere. Also, reported tornado north of Durham, Kansas, moving northeast. So if you guys are around there, please take heed to that and be safe. Alright, now here we go. 33 die as bus falls into Indian River. So far, 33 bodies have been retrieved from the river and 14 other people are injured and have been rushed to the hospital. Local police chief R.S. Nagy told AFP from the crash site in Himachal Pradesh state. You guys want to read into that? Just a picture of it right there. A lot of stuff going on in the world anymore today, folks. So hard to keep up with all this news. Also, unprecedented U.S. readiness crisis. Air Force stripped 17 officers of authority to launch nuclear weapons. My honest opinion, I feel that I can understand maybe 1 or 2, but 17? Operation Ring of Fire? Operation Blackjack? Okay, Mr. Obama, why did you shut down pretty much the whole Gulf of Mexico? The whole Gulf of Mexico's Coast Guard. Take out all of our anti-air missiles from around the south of where Mexico is. And pretty much you're shutting down all border patrol down there. You know, that's, in my opinion, that is why Arizona governor decided that she is going to use the U.S. militia to her advantage. Getting sick of this government. The Air Force stripped an unprecedented 17 officers of their authority of control and, if necessary, launch nuclear missiles after a string of unpublicized failings, including a remarkable dim review of their unit's launch skills. The group's deputy commander said it is suffering rot within its ranks. We are, in fact, in a crisis right now. The commander, Lieutenant Colonel J. Folds, wrote in an internal email obtained by the Associated Press and confirmed by the Air Force. The tip-off to trouble was a March inspection of the 91st Missile Wing at Minute Air Force Base in North Dakota, which earned it the equivalent of a D grade when tested on its mastery of Minuteman III missile launch operations. If you guys want to look into this, 17 officers, I think something's up. You know, that's just highly unusual. A lot of weird crap going on, you know. Also, Gerald Glente, Middle East out of control, world waiting for flashpoint to World War III. Trends researcher Gerald Glente predicts war in the Middle East, he says. It is out of control. What are people waiting for? An Archduke Ferdinand moment? Glente thinks Israel bombing Syria means World War III is on its way. So do I. The cycle leading to the war started with the crash of 2008, Glente says. Crash, depression, currency wars, trade wars, and then real wars. Exactly, I've been saying that since 2009. That's what we're seeing again, Glente charges. This is a proxy war against Iran because when Syria is choked off, then Iran is left alone, surrounded by enemies. So that's what we were really looking at. The end game is Iran. What will happen if Iran and Israel went into war? The Strait of Hormuz closed, gasoline explode to $10 a gallon, markets implode, Glente says, all of the above. Join Greg Hunter as he goes one-on-one with General Glente, publisher of the Trends Journal, U.S. watchdog. Crazy, crazy stuff, man. I'm telling you. This is, like I've been saying in all my other videos, World War III is inevitable. Okay? And China is playing games right now with Japan. You know, North Korea is not going to back off. I have a feeling they're going to fire a nuke out of anger. Kim Jong-un is 28. He's young. And he does not have control of his military. They're going to fire. You know, like I said, Kim Jong-un gave Pyongyang, or Pyongyang, I can't pronounce it, but gave them authority to launch nukes whenever they're ready. Did he really give it to them, or did the military say we're going to do whatever we want? That's what I think. I think the military said they're going to do whatever they want to. You see what I'm saying? You know, and also Russia is pretty angry at the U.S. right now. I'll get into that here in a few. Also, rising threat of a pandemic, flu infections rising amongst pigs in southern China, says study. Of course, because you stupid scientists that want to create this biological weapon created it from the H1N1 pandemic, from that virus strain, and part of the bird flu, Sars virus strain, and created the H7N9. Scientists said on Wednesday that flu infections were rising amongst pigs, or among pigs, rise for slaughter on farms in south and southeastern China, also plagued by bird flu, at the risk of spillover to humans was constantly growing. So if you guys want to look into that. Also more on the SARS. France reports its first case of a new strain of SARS-like coronavirus. Saudi Arabia has had 13 cases in the recent outbreak of a new strain of coronavirus that has emerged from the Gulf and has spread as far as Britain and France, the World Health Organization said. 23 confirmed cases in total, and there are 7 dead right now in Saudi Arabia. Of course there's a SARS outbreak. Because you stupid mother effers combined H1N1 and the bird flu. The SARS. Combined the two. What do you get? Dead birds, dead pigs, and a highly, highly dangerous pandemic. Be prepared, folks. That stuff's getting ugly. Also, I said this yesterday. Ramblings of World War III. Iran speaks of resistance axis against West. Israel on war alert. 31 nations are right now performing Gulf military exercises in the Persian Gulf. World War III is inevitable. 41 nations? That sounds like a world war coming to me. You know, then that's not including, you know, China, Russia, North Korea. Let's think about that. Air Force strips 17 officers of power to launch intercontinental nuclear missiles. So here's more on it if you guys want to read it. This is from Fox News. So more on that. It's also on mainstream media. Also, Chinese media challenges Japanese ownership of Okinawa. Chinese leading newspaper has upped the ante in the country's intensifying territorial dispute with China, claiming it's high time both sides re-examine who has sovereignty over Okinawa, which hosts a massive U.S. military contingent. World War III. It's inevitable, folks. Be prepared. Also, this is one of the reasons right here, another reason why Russia's PO'd at the U.S. Russia, not satisfied with U.S. refusal to grant access to Russian citizen in Guantanamo. U.S. refusal to grant access to Russian civilian or citizen Ravil Mingastov in the Guantanamo prison facility cannot satisfy the Russian Foreign Ministry, as we have already informed Washington, said Russian FM Commissioner for Human Rights. The U.S. State Department specified that an invitation to a Russia delegation for a study visit to Guantanamo remains open only without meeting Mingastov. In April, U.S. officials said Mengistov refused to meet any Russian delegation. The Guantanamo inmate Mengistov has been incarcerated in legal limbo for more than 10 years. Here we go. Also, British PM claims growing evidence of Syria chemical weapon use. You guys can read all through all this. I'll leave the link to this page. But death toll also rises to 7 after Genoa ship hits Central Tower. U.S. to provide $100 million in new Syrian humanitarian aid. I call bullshit on that one. Excuse my French. But watch, we'll see. As soon as we invade. Syria's internet connection has been restored. That's good news. Putin to meet UK's Cameron on May 10th. Police detain inmate who escaped Moscow prison. Police shoot 8 at protest in southern Afghanistan. Japan backs down on World War II sex slavery denials. 13 cases of Sars like carnivorous in Saudi Arabia, there you go. Thousands of Malaysians protest against election results. 6 killed, 3 missing after ship crashes in Italian port. Jordan parliament vote to expel Israel ambassador. France identifies first case of new coronavirus strain. British scientist hawking boycotts Israel conference. Kurdish rebels begin pullout from Turkey. Now, why did he boycott Israel conference? It's in the Bible. Ferguson to retire as Manchester United manager. Organizers of jewel robbery. Airport detained. Al-Qaeda suspects kill 3 Yemen colonies. Military. Israel detains Jerusalem top Islamic cleric. Twin car bombings kills 4 in Iraq. India agrees to some Chinese demands in the Himalayas standoff. Protest in Bangladesh as death toll from last month's factory collapse tops 750. Assad Syrian army is capable of confronting Israel. Lot of news. Also, breaking news. Massive fire breaks out in southern Russia as fuel tanks derail. At least 300 people have been evacuated after a cargo train derailed in Russia's south, with 17 tanks carrying oil products running off the track. At least 5 cars have caught fire. 300 people have been evacuated. No casualties have been sought as of this time. Now, this kind of reminds you of Canada, doesn't it? Okay, so supposedly Al-Qaeda planted explosives on a railroad track in Canada, but it was stopped. Then, out of nowhere, what happens in Europe? Train derailed. Even down around right now, around Belgium and in Germany, they're evacuating people because of the flames, smoke, and the contamination in the air. Now, another derailment in Russia. Al-Qaeda at work? I'm starting to think so. Sick, sadistic, freaking government. They're like a bunch of kids that don't know how to play a game. If they start losing, their economy's collapsing, they're losing their dollar. Their dollar's collapsing, and the Federal Reserve can't win no more, and the banking system's failing because nobody wants to deal with them no more. They're like a little 4-year-old kid playing Monopoly and is losing and flips the board onto the floor. Oh man, I can't believe children are in control of our country. Road to World War III inevitable. See, this is an old video this is from 314 Helios. This originally originated from Storm Cloud's Gathering. If you guys want to check this out. You know, very interesting video talking about the petrodollar, the US dollar, and how the petrodollar is the biggest scam in US history. Now all these wars are happening because people are trying to pull out of the petrodollar. Just like Iraq, when they tried to pull out, and instead of using the US dollar to trade with oil, they started to use the euro. They wanted to use the euro, and America was not having it. So they made up a lie saying that there was weapons of mass destruction there. It's happening again. Be prepared with that. Because, you know, China's starting to do all that mess too. So America's not getting very happy right now. Also, busted. CNN anchors fake a satellite interview in the same parking lot. You can see on this video buses, cars passing by, and you can see the same buses and cars passing by on hers. Same color, same vehicles, everything. Ah, man, hilarious. Good job there, WW7. Good job. Also, nuclear update, May 8th, 2013. Supposedly there is a fire burning in St. Louis right now. Right next to the West Lake landfill. That has a lot of nuclear, waste there. Also, nuclear bombs. Nuclear production. There's risk from very high levels of hydrogen sulfide. So if you guys want to look into that, very disturbing information there. Okay, and this is from PinkSat. So if you guys want to go ahead and look into this. Crazy, crazy stuff. Cleveland, Ohio, more victims to come. Police want to search other properties. Martial law! All because 3 girls were kidnapped. They have now been found, and they found their children. Now they want to go around and search everybody else's property. Sounds a lot like Boston, doesn't it? A lot like Katrina, doesn't it? A lot like Sandy, doesn't it? Or how about Sandy Hook as well? It happened in New Jersey, Connecticut, Boston, Arkansas a few times as well. Also, Hurricane Katrina, the start of it. And now, over this? I don't know what to do anymore with this country. Also, signs of change the past week or so, 2013 Part 1. Showing all the weather events just over the past week. It's from the Hawky Davis channel. Always great stuff. The weather all around this planet has gone crazy. Yeah, I agree with you there, brother. Also, tornado tears through Bakersfield, California, Monday evening. Pretty rare tornado, This shows the video of it too if you guys want to go ahead and look into it. Crazy stuff going on, man. I mean, just all over the daggone planet. Also, meteorite disintegrates in Earth's atmosphere in Huntsville. That was yesterday. If you guys want to check that out. More meteorite news. Also, disc-shaped UFO captured above Earth by NASA astronauts. Oops, you guys accidentally leaked that one out, I guess, huh? Yeah, crazy, crazy stuff. Also, a lot of news on here if you guys want to read into it. Hospital official in Fukushima, extremely scary data. Stroke rate spiking. Also, TAPCO to dump groundwater from Fukushima nuclear plant into the Pacific Ocean. Well, that's a great idea. Radiation level to spike at Fukushima plant blamed on recent radioactive leak. Ex-Fukushima nuclear worker concerned about land subsidence at plant due to pumping up groundwater. Also, more nuclear news in U.S. Canada. Outrage. Congressman demands action at leaking U.S. nuclear plant. NRC needs to get serious on Peleus or Politis. Can't pronounce that word. Also, easily the worst single week for U.S. nuclear power industry since Fukushima. 4 major setbacks in 3 days. 6 reactors on chopping block. Published today. Also, unusual foam-like bubbles covering parts of Great Louisiana Sinkhole. Huge methane bubble site found near giant Louisiana sinkhole. Within 100 feet of Bayou Corn. 100 feet of Bayou Corn home. Also, world photo. Smoke coming from nuclear plant. Reactor shut down. Smoldering. Officials trying to stop nuclear material from spreading after collapse at Chernobyl. Will be covered with special Ryzen. You guys want to look into that? More stuff. Guardian. Fire at nuclear power plant triggers major emergency response. Noise and smoke still coming from the site. Fire shuts down unit at nuclear plant. Lot of nuclear news, folks. Here you go. More. Hospital official in Fukushima. Outraged congressman demands action at leaking U.S. nuclear plant. You could just keep going down through here, folks. There's a lot of stuff going on about the fire burning out of control, St. Louis. Also, and yeah, right here shows that officials have detected radioactivity. Radiation level to spike at Fukushima. Expert burp during very long period seismic event at giant sinkhole. Code 3 alert continues. More radioactive leaks. Also, the mystery bacteria that was found in one of the U.S. nuclear sites. Also, attack campaign against U.S. nuclear workers. Also, nuclear plant spills radioactive water into Lake Michigan. Ex-Fukushima nuclear plant worker concerned about land subsidence. Also, methane. Look at all this, folks. I mean, I can keep going. There's pages and pages of it, all the way down to May 5th right here, just on this one page. A lot to look out for. Also, here we go. May 8th fireball in the UK, if you guys want to check into that. Look at this. It's just today, fireball reports. So another witness. A lot of fireballs coming in here, folks. And that's one of the things that scare me, because if you look at this, there's two other asteroids here too. But this is the one I'm going to cover. This is a 400-meter asteroid. 360191 1988 TA. Right as of now, it is 0.032 or 372 astronomical units from Earth. Tomorrow, 0.0346 astronomical units from Earth. The next day, 0.0336 astronomical units from Earth. This thing is hovering kind of close to Earth. Very close to the moon. Keep our eyes out on that one. Also on live earthquake map, I want to show you a very rare earthquake. About 10 hours ago, 2.4 in Canada. Another little one over here in southeastern Missouri. Now over here around Papua New Guinea, they had a 4.6, another 4.7 up here around the Morena Islands. Also, the Kuril Islands had a 4.4. So I want to keep my eye over here, because I'm not that far south. You know, look at that. It's following the line of the New Madrid Fault. So that's something we have to keep an eye on as well. Also, Yellowstone's been showing a lot of seismic activity lately. Keep our eyes out on that. Also, California, some very rare large ones. A 3.5. You know, it's, you know, kind of unusual for that part. Showing a little bit of an amp up. So keep our eyes out on that. Also on RSOE. You know, showing the certain nuclear events. All the earthquakes around here. Bird flu contaminations. So you guys can come in here and look up everything you want. Also, Mexico's volcano erupted. Huge, huge explosive eruption. So that's another volcano to erupt. So if you guys want to look into all of this stuff, like always, all links will be provided at the bottom. Much love to you all. Also, sorry, one more thing. There's also something on here, I forgot to put it up because I had to shut my computer down. But Benghazi, and everybody's talking about Benghazi, but Storm Clouds Gathering has a very good piece on it. I will find it, and I will have the link at the bottom of this video for you. Talking about no matter what, there's nothing we can do about it. Even though we all know that the U.S., like Obama and Hillary Clinton, are guilty of war crimes. You know, 50,000 people were killed in Libya. And not just that, 4 American U.S. military, or 4 U.S. citizen, or sorry, I'm so tongue-tied right now. Let me just get this video over with. Alright, much love to you all, folks. I will get back to you guys later if there's any breaking news. So, much love. All links at the bottom. God bless.